I bought this 1984 Camaro from a tweaker for 800 bucks.
You know, John Welch, Bruce, Lee Harvey Oswald.
But once I got back to the shop, I found out quickly that the engine was locked up. Luckily for me, I just so happened to have a spare small block Chevy on the stand. I bought this motor for 300 bucks. It came with this engine stand and this cherry picker. I'm going to go over this whole motor, do a compression test, and make sure it's ready to go. Well, this motor won't turn over either. I just pulled that out of number 8. Do a compression test on that cylinder and see what happens. Maybe I shouldn't have bought this car. This keeps getting worse and worse. I have to rotate it this way. Then I'll stop. So I can rotate the other way. And stop in there. So I'm gonna pull the pan off, see if I can see anything underneath. If not, I'm gonna start ripping heads off, see what we can find. Hopefully I can salvage this short block. If not, I'm gonna have to go buy one, and then I'm out money. So I'm trying not to be out money. I'm trying to do this budget friendly as possible. I don't want to say cheap. That sends off the wrong vibe, but budget friendly is what I'm looking for. We'll see what happens with this short block. If not, I'll be back on Marketplace. Surprisingly, the motor looks pretty dang clean. I don't know why it's locking up, so we're gonna keep messing with it and see what happens. The red RTV should have been the telltale sign. They put the wrong, look at that. How well you think it's gonna flow? These monkeys didn't know what they were doing. I should have known better, but look at that. Not good. So something definitely happened with that cylinder. They just blow a head gasket and start traveling back up. I'm gonna rip that head off and we're gonna check it on out. That's all ate up. But man, this was a fresh motor. They just didn't know what they were doing. I mean, everything looks really, really clean. So I don't know. Let's try rotating it. So that cylinder's all washed out. Gonna try to throw a ball hone in this thing, but I don't think it's gonna do anything. This thing really needs board. So this motor's probably trash. Alright, good news is I got the motor to turn all the way over. Bad news is I couldn't find anything on the head gasket that would show that it's a blown head gasket. Come take a look for yourself. It looks pretty, doesn't look too hot. Or maybe it got really hot. Look at all that pit. What have I got myself into? Alright, it's the next day. I've slept on it. I have to remember this is a budget build. This is not a race car. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this other cylinder head off, see what the pistons look like on that side. If everything looks all right, I'm probably gonna run this motor. Don't hate me. This isn't me. I hate doing stuff like this. It's a budget build. Who cares? If it grenades, we'll find another motor. I'm gonna get to pulling this thing apart, see what we can find. Looks clean. Looks clean. What happened? Like, what were these guys doing? I'll probably just order a couple of pistons, throw in it, and run it, see what happens. I just did that one. Maybe I know why these pistons were broke now. Here's the cam that I pulled out of it. Anybody know what that is? From the research I came up with on that camshaft, it's a 472 lift with a 1.5 rocker, and at 50 it's 240 duration on both sides. Let me know what you find. Leave a comment below if you find out anything for a small block Chevy. Thank you so much. Got it all disassembled. I'm going to hone it, wash it, blow it all out. I'm going to use this block. I'm going to try to find some rods and pistons and just throw in this. I'm not buying rings. I got some old head gaskets here that came off an old motor. These are MLS, so they are reusable. I'm just trying to be as cheap as possible. Other than that one cylinder, the block doesn't look bad. Only thing I'm buying new is new bearings. Leaving the old cam bearings in, these cam bearings look like crap. Look at them cam bearings. Woo! They got all the scratches. I'm gonna put cam bearings in a motor that needs bored. Doesn't make a lot of sense. It may not have oil pressure. I may have to pull this sucker back out. Either it won't have any oil pressure or it'll be the hardest motor to blow up. I got all the cylinders honed. I cleaned up on the deck as much as I could. I'll tell you right now, this block needs decked bad. Terrible, terrible. So, anywho, I don't care. We're gonna put a head gasket on this thing and she'll be good to go. I'm gonna get this motor washed up and cleaned so it's ready to go. Marketplace strikes again. Good Lord's always providing. This guy was asking 20 bucks for this motor. Block is cracked on this thing, check it out. Guy worked at Tinker Air Force Base and said he tried fixing the crack on it with some, I don't know, like epoxy, JB Weld, who knows? But I don't care. I'm pulling the rods and pistons out of this motor. I'm going to throw it in the other block. This thing's gonna build all the compression and we're gonna have a running, driving 84 Camaro. Not bad, not bad, not good, not bad. So I get the second head off and didn't even think to look at the top of the piston. They're freaking 30 over. I can't use this motor. Freaking can't use these rods and pistons. I have a standard bore. This won't work. These pistons look to be in good shape. I will save them for the next budget build, I guess, since I can't use 30 over. How many motors will it take to get this Camaro running? All right, I posted up on Facebook looking for a set of Vortec rods and pistons. A local street racer messaged me and said that he had a short block that is ready to go that he would sell me. So I just picked it up. Alrighty, check it out. It looks like an old school block. It is a 2-piece rear main. It has this older balancer on it. I'm gonna put the 8-inch balancer on it. I'm gonna go ahead and swap out the cam. I'm gonna put the other flat tappet cam, mystery cam, that I was asking about earlier. So let me know if you know anything about that cam. I'm gonna just call it the mystery cam for right now. I'm gonna throw in this thing. Hopefully it runs good. The only downside I could see with this motor is it is a 2-piece. They like to leak oil, and I'm gonna have to buy a different flywheel. But I don't have to buy a fuel pump now. I can run the same one that's on the block that is factory. So I'm saving money on the fuel pump, want to go to electric. Guess how much I gave for this motor? He only wanted $1. I gave the man $1. I got this motor. I got 2 flywheels, lifters, and a 2-piece oil pan. I couldn't go wrong. It was $1. We're gonna put a $1 motor in an $800 car. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the balancer off, pull the front timing cover off, swap out cams, put the mystery cam in it, and start getting this thing ready. I'm gonna try starting this thing on the stand. I've never done that before. It could get dicey. I've been working at this probably an hour. I cannot get that fuel pump rod out. I believe it's bent. I hit it with the air hammer back and forth a little bit, tore up the bearing in the process, but I got my file out and I filed it down so nobody will ever know. She's getting an electric fuel pump now. All right, it's time to go in with the mystery cam. I just realized there's a helical in the crankshaft, so that'll be fun putting the balancer on. I've spent more time cleaning stuff. This pan was so freaking dirty, but that has been the hardest thing, is just keeping everything clean. Since that cylinder was all ate up a little bit, I'm gonna pop these valves out. Probably hit them with some Scotch-Brite. I just want to make sure that they seal decently. Look at that. Muy bueno. The guy who sold me this motor for $1 threw in these head gaskets. Saving money where we can. Yes, these are torque to yield bolts. Hopefully they don't break. Had this VR1 on the shelf for 10 years, finally can use it. I like the brad pin, but on this motor I really don't care. Almost had enough. Almost had enough VR1. Put some high mileage in there now. The old Quaker State. Let those set for a little bit. We'll set some valves. We'll be good to go. I'll be honest, I've never set valves on a flat tappet cam. I've never used stamped rocker arms either. I got one bank done. I won't bore you with the other side. I have some break-in oil that I had in my 421 that's still pretty good. Good enough for this motor, so I saved it. I'm gonna put it in this motor. Trying to be as frugal as possible with this engine. I had to break out my weed control cups to measure the oil because I just put it in a 2.5 gallon. So gotta measure out 5 quarts. I'll probably put 6 in. Why not? Can't hurt nothing. That used brad pin, boy. I'm working on getting this thing started. I don't have an oil pressure gauge, but I'm gonna go ahead and prime it anyways. Hopefully it has oil pressure. Well, forgot about that. God. That starter's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to run to the parts store now and get a starter. Anytime you're working on a car and you think it's gonna go smoothly, double or triple the time that you think it's gonna take. Had to go to AutoZone to get a starter. Normally go to O'Reilly's, but they didn't have one, so had to get in the zone. I'm gonna throw plugs in it, stab the distributor. Hopefully the timing's right and it fires right up. I ran a hot from the starter. I guess I just run it here and we should have power. Should. How to hot wire a car, kids. Got plugs in. Battery hooked up. I've never done this before, so this is a first time for me. I got a fire extinguisher ready in case things get wild. Hopefully this thing starts. Hopefully it doesn't knock. Cross your fingers. All right, here we go. Doesn't sound like it's getting spark. I'm an idiot. I had the power going in at the tach, not the battery. This thing should bust off now. Hopefully that mystery cam sounds good. Woo-hoo-hoo. That's a little scary. I don't think I'm gonna do much more revving it up. Heck yeah, it fired right up. Hopefully it has oil pressure. It runs. I don't see any leaks so far. I'm pretty freaking happy, man. I've never fired up an engine on the engine stand. I'm hoping to have this thing running, driving by next week. Be sure to subscribe, We gotta get the motor in this Camaro. I bought this car for $800. So far in this motor, I don't have but probably 150 bucks in it. So we're doing a trade-up challenge with this car. I'm gonna put that motor that we just fired up in it. It's a 5-speed, 84 Camaro. You just can't find no more, folks. Get it cleaned up and running. Hopefully we can trade it for something cool. Be sure to subscribe. You don't wanna miss that. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. If you enjoy this video, please go check out the video of us buying this Camaro. Also, check out our channel. We have other videos of us building engines, racing, tearing stuff up, building engines, racing more. Thank you so much for watching.